let's go ahead and get started. Today we are going to be playing some Pioneer and some Modern, just like SCGCon was. It was a split format of Pioneer and Modern. I did play in SCGCon, which is why there was no stream last week. Apologies to everyone that didn't get the memo. I didn't post anything on like social media or whatever because I completely forgot because I was focusing on SCGCon testing. But I did go, went to SCGCon, went 5-3, made day 2, locked up the PC, but missed cash. So pretty medium performance. I played Modern Greed Devotion in Pioneer, and I played Wurza in Modern. And I think my Pioneer choice was fine. I like my logic that I had playing it, and I think that my Modern deck was really good, and I think I had a good result. But I think if I'd put some more time into iterating on like Devotion and stuff like that, and some of the 8 Dork plus Once Upon a Time decks, then I could have ended up with a better deck than I played. But I decided I was going to be playing that kind of strategy late in my testing because I spent a lot of my time during testing for SCGCon trying to break Treasure Cruise and failing to do so. So that was the backstory on SCGCon. I am qualified to the Players' Championship, which is in about 3 weeks. If you could look real close, see if I can get it to happen in the picture. Oh, no. Whatever. The invite is between the two, the little invite golden ticket thing is between the two trophies back there. Next time I do a stream setup when I move in a couple months, I'm going to have to reset that up to where it's like off to the side so everybody can see it. But I do have my little golden ticket invite. Super excited about that. It's exciting, obviously, to reach your goal that I've been going for all year. But Pioneer was great. The games were a lot of fun. And the format was actually a lot more open than I thought it was. Like, I was, babbling on Twitter all kinds of nonsense about how the green decks were going to run the whole tournament over. And the tournament was actually won by a mono-black aggro deck. And that just utilized a bunch of, like, efficient removal as well as a powerful mana base, like, where you get card advantage out of your mana base through Mutavault, Synth, Castle, Locthwain, to just kind of grind people out while having, like, an aggressive slant. So, pretty good deck, pretty sweet tournament, had a lot of fun, great weekend overall. We're playing Pioneer today. This is a sublist from one of my subscribers named Nubs. And what they did is they wanted to utilize, Young Pyromancer and Dreadhorde Arcanist. They synergize very well together. They're also, like, very, like, independently powerful magic cards as threats to kind of create a, like, Pyromancer deck like you see in Modern, but in Pioneer. You used to have a lot of the tools in Bedlam Reveler, Young Pyromancer, and Dreadhorde Arcanist to kind of make that happen. And you also have, like, pretty good removal in Thougeize and Fatal Push. But as you can see, after that, the drop-off is kind of high. Like, we're playing a one of Duress here in the main deck, which looks like utter nonsense. We're playing, like, 1,000 Shocks. We have 3 Dreadbores, which is a really nice one to clean up, like, big creatures and Planeswalkers. But overall, we have, like, kind of a lot of cards for small creature decks, which is definitely a concession to how powerful the mana creature decks are. And we just have, like, pretty efficient creatures, except Hazoret, which is obviously a top end for some of the fair matchups, something that's, like, indestructible and aggressive. So that's the kind of role you're going to want to take in the really, like, grindy matchups. So that card makes a lot of sense. Also got some Liliana Last Hopes. I'm kind of worried these are nonsense. I'm kind of worried this Duress is nonsense. Some of these spells just kind of look like nonsense, but I am interested to give the deck a legitimate shot before really, like, claiming any final verdicts. But it does feel like in our 3-drop slot, Kolaghan's Command's more than enough to kind of help grind decks out. And we just want, like, some kind of card advantage. Like, maybe Painful Truce. It only draws 2, actually, so you'd want Read the Bones. So maybe Read the Bones makes sense. Maybe, like, I don't know, what's it, Arguel's Bloodfast or something? I don't know. It's just something, some card advantage card makes sense in this deck that, like, allows you to filter through draws. Hell, maybe Smuggler's Copter makes sense. That one actually doesn't seem unreasonable, but that's kind of something to be looking out for as we're playing games. 22 lands is a lot. We don't have any built-in, like, card advantage on our mana base. I don't see a single Castle Locthwain, which might be a mistake. I think we probably should be playing 1 or 2 of those. And I think that we maybe should even have some Mutavaults and stuff like that. Something to do with our mana base for sure. But overall, pretty excited. I mean, you have Bedlam Reveler. That allows you to get card advantage, and theoretically you get a lot of just, like, grindy card advantage through your 3-drop slots. So maybe we just don't need it. We just need our mana to function because we have a lot of pips. There's going to be a lot of turn 2s where we're going to want to play a red card and a black card at the same turn. So whatever. I'm not gonna knock it before I try it, but these are things I'm looking out for as I'm playing this deck for the first time. Looking at the sideboard, things kind of, I mean, you're looking at general strategies. Pioneer's still a pretty wide open format, and so to say that, like, you have this for this specific deck, this for this specific deck, and this for this specific deck is just, like, kind of nonsense. What you have instead is like a sweeper for like, you know, any kind of aggressive deck that's like trying to play to the board, get a bunch of creatures on board, like the Gruul aggro decks and stuff like that. Probably also one against the mono black aggro decks. Kalitas helps complement our spot removal in like any deck playing creatures. So like against a lot of the mana dark decks, we're probably gonna want these because we're gonna want to board out some number of our discard spells and stuff. So we're gonna want to bring in these like better top end cards. You have Duresses. These are going to be for your like control decks. Think blue-white control. Think like, I don't know, any kind of combo deck. You're going to want access to these and just go up to the full 8 discard spells. Now, Duress, that 8 discards a lot of discard spells, especially with ways to flash them back in the form of Dreadhorde Arcanist. So this might be too much. Like, I'm going to have to play and see, but this does look to me like it might be too much, and we'll be looking out for that as well. Noxious Grasp, sweet one, good against the Oko decks and the mana creature decks. Anything like, you know, if you think about Mono Green Devotion, this is literally just like Vindicate against them, right? So it's a nice one to have access to at 2 mana. Probably answering this, Who Shakes the World is probably going to be pretty relevant in our deck. We only really have 3 Dreadbores that do that in the main deck. As well as big mana creatures. Like I said, we have trouble with anything that has more than 2 toughness and is like, most of those are going to be green. Think like Questing Beast, and Love-Struck Beasts, so we're going to want Noxious Grasp against those for sure. Dragonskull Summit for graveyard-based decks. Think Kethis, think like, what's it called? The Soul Flare deck, you're probably going to want it. Just matchups where they're doing a lot of graveyard-centric stuff. Maybe like Jeskai Ascendancy too, if you play against those. Not a lot of those decks, so having access to only one makes sense, but still not insane. I mean, it's still something you want access to, but it's not insane. Abrade. There's not a lot of artifacts going around, but in general, I've heard that like Abrade, because it hits creatures, is like a fair bit better than things like Abrupt Decay, as it's easier on your mana base. And there are still some artifacts you're going to want to destroy, but by I imagine this is just going to be more removal spells. And like, I guess blowing up a Smuggler's Copter at any time is like going to be the most relevant thing, but in general, I think we're probably pretty covered against the Smuggler's Copter's deck with Kolaghan's commands in our main deck. So, I don't know, we'll see how much of the problem that actually is, but Abrade's just a very flexible card played across multiple forms, so it's fine. Hey, Wolf. Thylian, yeah. Abrade wrecks the Install decks. Oh, that's smart. I didn't call out the Install decks. You're very smart, Thylian. The Pioneers are full of that deck now. Sweltering Suns, more sweepers, good against mana creature decks, especially if they're leaving all their mana creatures in. These are going to be for even the more lower to ground ones, as this one hits bigger creatures. So like this is going to be better against the like Simic Stompy deck that has mana creatures plus like what's his face, the Steel Leaf Champion. Is that what it is? Whatever the Stompy one is. Hey, thanks for the resub. What are you at? 14 months. That's insane. 14 months. I really appreciate your support, Mitch. And check out Rakdos Pyromancer in Pioneer. What a busted deck, am I right? Last but not least, Chandra, grindy card. Good, nice to have access to against the fair decks out of the sideboard. Also kill stuff with more than 4 toughness. So I don't know. I'm excited about this deck. Like I said, I think there's some flaws with the main deck. I'm gonna be like really keeping my eye on as we play games, but I'm not gonna knock any of the deck until we actually play it. So here we go. Let's play some matches. We in here, fam. Congrats on the PC. Thank you, Cam. I really appreciate it. That means a lot to me. Oh my god, look at all these Pioneer events. Wow, I wonder if Pioneer's popular, huh? Alright, let's play Pioneer League. 10 event points. Join. Might actually play some of that this weekend. Maybe even stream it. What do you think? Ace! Welcome back, Ace! 6-month hype! Love your support. It was a pleasure meeting you. You playing any events anytime soon? Sorry about not streaming last week to all my subs. I'm really sorry about that. I know you guys are popping in here and checking me out right now, but I was prepping for SCG Con and I didn't make a post because I'm the worst streamer ever. That's what I'm here for. I will knock the deck plenty, which means you'll obviously 5-0. Yeah, I seem to do pretty well with decks you rag a lot on. I have an entire week of them coming up. Yeah, no kidding. Also for next year, if you want to split some hotel rooms from events, let you know. I sure will. If I need help like filling up a hotel room, I'll let you know. I'm gonna be playing more GPs next year than I did this year because I'm qualified for the first Players Tour, and I think I'm gonna make it a goal of mine to play all the Players Tours next year. And I don't think it'll be that hard. Like I still plan to play mostly opens, but what the fuck is this land doing in our deck? Nice double Hazoret hand. There's only 2. This is great. This is just great. All right, fine. All right, this hand's demonstrably better. What's double red in our deck? It's just like, what's it called? The Reveler? Is that it? Is that the only double red card? Let's look. See if we can just keep and bottom the stupid Blood Crypt. I guess if you want to like Young Pyromancer plus like Shock, that's like double red. Yeah, whatever. I'm off it. We don't have any of those cards in hand. I'd rather keep spells. Although this collector, like, if we're not playing against creatures, honestly, we might just want the lands because, like, if we're not playing against creatures, this hand's just like, kind of bad. Makes me want to bottom a Fatal Push. This bottom choice in the blind is actually fairly interesting. I mean, we have Collective Brutality to mitigate any, like, extra, like, cards that kind of suck as long as the Collective Brutality is live. I think I'm going to bottom a push and just, like, see what happens. That might be a mistake. I might be supposed to just, like, bottom a Blood Crypt, but I don't know. Look at this idiot. Look at this clown. What does this have to do to come back? Only if an opponent lost life this turn. Nice. Okay. Since this is an aggressive deck, I wonder if I'm just supposed to, like, tempo push this. I mean, this is the mono black aggro deck that just won, so I don't really know what we're doing. No tournaments on my radar. I just moved, so still getting situated with that and busy with other things. Still hope to get out some to SCGs eventually, though. That'd be sick, Ace. GPEV went up when fractional invite. Yeah, the fractional invites are awesome. I want to Thoughtseize and push a 2-drop or like a copter. Well, the problem is, the reason I'm a little scared about Thoughtseizing is I think I want to play this Pyromancer on 2, which makes me want to shock this land. And so if I'm Thoughtseizing, shocking, and, like, you know, just only playing a Pyromancer on 2, this thing's going to hit us twice, which puts us to 12 off the bat. And I feel like we're just in trouble against a copter if that happens. And unfortunately, Urborg actually helps them a lot if they have, like, a Mutavault hand, so I think I'm incentivized to just shock this anyway. Like, I'm going to shock. I'm going to take the tempo negative play of just Thoughtseizing, and if they have a copter, I can, like, take it. Oh, jeez. Blood-soaked champion. What does that do? This is raid, right? Nice. Well, I got basically as punished as possible because I want to be able to kill. Although I guess this takes their entire turn to return it to their hand. Whereas this one cares if I lost life. So they won't be Thoughtseizing me, so I can just, like, push. I guess they can Thoughtseize, take both removal spells, and then they can get this back. This is an interesting line. Opponent with double C's hand. What do you guys like here? Like I said, I think this is a real decision. Because, like, if we take Bloodsoaked Champion, and they spend next turn just, like, getting it back, then we get to stick, like, a removal spell or whatever. And I guess we could, like, Collective Brutality pitching a land to get rid of one of the Thoughtseizes. But if they just go Thoughtseize, they take both removal spells, I'm stuck with Pyromancer. I have a lot of shocks in my deck. I think I'm going to take the Bloodsoaked Champion. And we're going to see what happens. Cheerio Brews that I shared in the Discord. I love Mentor into Outcome. Yeah, Outcome's a sweet one. Outcome and Mentor are just, like, vintage broken cards that you just don't have the enablers for. You don't have Moxen and, like, Pioneers, so you get to play these busted spells. Oh, Drake, I broke the format. All right, Shadows, hit me. How'd you break the format? Hit me with some knowledge. It's weird to see Gutterboards that tapped. Like, normally it's 10 degrees max. Fair. Alright. What are you doing? Scrap Heap Scrounger was a hell of a draw. Well, that's kind of bad. I think our best chance is to Urborg, play Pyromancer, and pass. Like I said, we're going to take a lot of damage. That Scrap Heap Scrounger was a hell of a fucking draw, I'll tell you what. Thoughtseize, you got it. They can still return Bloodsoaked Champion this way, but they can't replay it, which is nice. They can take both removal spells, but then we're closer to Reveler. Like, Reveler's only going to cost 5, and then if we draw, like, a spell or whatever, like, we're in pretty good shape. And like I said, we have a lot of, like, removal spells for the dinkiness over here. Even though a lot of these threats are kind of sticky. Alright, what did Shadows do to break the format? Modern, I mean. So you take Grixis Death Shadow and play 3 Once Upon a Times and a Goyf. Then a pile of mistakes in your sideboard. Reasonable. What'd you take? Brutality? I'm not blocking this hit. Like, this is not happening. Return Blood Soaked. Alright, that makes sense. They can return Blood Soak next turn. Now, the Blood Soak does get checked by 1/1s, which is kind of nice. Alright, Thoughtseizes are gone. They have one card in hand that I don't know. That hopefully isn't a Fatal Push. Dreadbore. So we can, like, what? Dreadbore this. That checks the Gutter Bones. And we just block. They return Blood Soak Champion or whatever. Okay. No, we're not in that bad of shape, actually. Let's Dreadbore this because the tokens don't check it. And they can't also return it, like, immediately. And we can play this tapped. 4 spells. 7 total. So we're 1 off. Is that right? Yeah, we're 1 off. Okay. Wish we had free spells. I don't think there's a universe where I'm blocking with this, so I'm just going to attack with it. I have no, like, instant speedy return stuff, I think. So, okay. Pretty nice. I don't know any of their cards in hand. For being in kind of a rough spot, I actually don't feel so bad. Why can this block? This is only if I lost life, right? Only during your turn, only if an opponent lost life. Alright, yeah, so that's not getting returned this turn. Unless something wild happened. But they can return, like, both of these clowns if they have 4 mana, which I imagine they do. God, Liliana Last Hope would be sick. Thoughtseize. Are we about it? Are we about this Thoughtseize? I mean, I really want to play this Reveler. What can they return? They can return this idiot to play. And that's it? Alright, let's Thoughtseize them. They have 2 cards in. This Thoughtseize sure as hell isn't getting better. We're just gonna make a land drop. Hey Nubs! We're playing your deck! Sebdem, a Pyromancer strategy. Just tuned in. What's up? Hey Sebdem. Shotscape. How's life? Wonderful! I have a bit badge here. Sweet. Yeah, I really appreciate your bits. Oh, you have 1 bit? Nice. What's it? Gutterbones, a few Thoughtseize. No, Gutterbones only during their turn, right? Yeah, activate only during your turn? Yeah, we're doing it. Murderous Rider Rankle. What the fuck? Well, Rankle's gotta go. We're not beating that card in 1,000 years. Murderous Rider, huh? I mean, I'm gonna attack. It's just gonna happen. You gonna Murderous Rider me? That's a good tempo for me. Oh, that doesn't block, Famo. That says can't block on it. Have a nice day. Alright. And so they can Murder Strike this token, put me to 4. But we have Bedlam Reveler coming down, and that wastes their Murderous Rider. Because, like, then they won't have it for this Bedlam Reveler that they know about, which is coming down next turn. So we're in good shape. Yeah, Rankle's a gross card. That card is disgusting. And not terribly beatable if they draw a land. Which we want them to draw lands. Like, that's something that we actively want to happen. A sick draw here would be like a shock or a push. Actually, shocks aren't great draws. It has to be just push, right? Because we want to be able to, like, push plus Reveler. Or just like a land. Like, something that allows me to get more card advantage out of this Reveler would be nice. They're really debating, I think, shooting this token before attacking. The thing is, if they drew, like, a push, what I think they want to do is they want to push the token, get damage in, and then get back Gutter Bones. So I can't imagine they actually did draw a push. What is happening? Return this clown. You got it. Alright. I guess we'll play this land. I could very much regret playing this land. But I have Reveler. They have Swift End. I really want to draw a red source, though. So, like, that makes me not want to play this land because I want to draw a red source plus. But, like, drawing a red source plus a red spell to play seems really unlikely. So I'm just going to play the land. Big disappoint. Oh. Watch me draw like red land with shock. Just feel like a Chungus. Alright, it was red land, but we couldn't play any of these spells. What do they have? They have Swift in? Alright, we might have to block. Because they're going to Swift end this, right? Although we take 5. Maybe, because we can play both these spells next turn. We can like make 2 tokens, kill a thing. And we're like in okay shape. You lose 2, go to 10. You hit me for 5. We take it, go to 2. That kind of sucks. I don't want to go to 2. Not winning if we block with both. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a winning line. Like, we would have to, like, block here, then kill this, and then hope that, like, we have an answer for this. It's just not... None of this feels good. I'm off it. I think our victory condition involves this Young Pyromancer staying around. And they don't really have reach. That was a very good draw. So we can, like, kill. And then we want something that checks this. So we need to use both of these to kill these. The question is, are we pitching this land to, like, also drain them? I think I will. They don't block well. And if we just, like, yeet this out the way with this Dreadbore, we're actually hitting for kind of a lot. So I think my plan here is to actually drain them. So let's yeet this. All right. Let's escalate with this. Escalate 2 modes. -2, cast, target that, and you. Discard this mountain. Yep. Drain ya. Hit you for 1,000. This way we don't die to a Rankle. Oh no, we do die to a Rankle because they can just like make me draw a card. Alright. We got stuff going on. We got stuff going on. If they just play Murderous Rider, we just Dreadbore it, call it a day. Scrappy Scrounger doesn't block. So I think we're in pretty good shape. Maybe there's a universe where that Wild Slash was supposed to go face, and I was supposed to like just block the Scrappy Scrounger, but like I don't want them getting Bloodsoaked Champion back, so I'm kind of in. Yeah, you're dead to Rankle no matter what. You're right, Thalian. I mean, I'm dead to land Rankle for all of eternity. We've answered one of the Rankles by Thoughtseizing it, and that's just like, that's just where we're at. That's just where we're at. This is what we're making happening. This is unsurprising to me because it blocks really well. But I have 2 removal spells. I'm a genius. I'm so good at deck building. Deck building, deck building, deck building. Move. I'm the aggro deck now. Bottom of your library. Deck. Wish this was an instant. We'd be checked against land Rankle. That'd be sick. But we are not. Are they dead? Are you dead? Are you dead? Are you dead? Are you dead? God, if they land Rankle me, I'm going to be so upset. I'm going to be so upset. Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, I can yeet that out the way. And you have a blocker in the form of Chungus. 2 Nightmare Lookouts. I guess they'd be like that sometimes. If I shoot one, are they just dead? I think so. Well, I just have 1,000 things, so... They've already seen both of these cards, so I don't see a reason why we wouldn't just, like, do it. Yeet. Are you dead? I think you're dead. Yeah, you're dead. Alright, we got Joseph. I was correct in my assumption that Young Pyromancer had to be our victory condition. We are very lucky that they did not draw land Rankle for the entire game. Alright, I want good 4-drops that make a lot of sense to be in my deck. I want good sweepers that make a lot of sense to be in my deck. I need to decide how many sweepers I want, though, because Young Pyromancer, as we saw, does line up pretty well against their 2-1s. Like, just making a thing checks another 2-1. But, I don't really want, like, any of the discard at all. It's, like, really bad. I do really want Abrades. I don't know why these are still in the sideboard. I don't think I want these Hazorets. Like, we're not planning on being the aggressor. We're planning on just kind of grinding them out, and I think Kalitas plays that plan better. This card's a home run. This card's a home run. I think all of our 1-mana removal spells like make a lot of sense. I mean, we have a lot of things we can bring in. We have, like, Languish. We have Chandras. I don't know what I want this last slot to be. Languish seems kind of bad, but it is good against, like, some of their synergy they have where they can just, like, put 1 creature in play, attack with that creature, and then they're like, okay, cool, bring multiple creatures back or whatever, right? Or if you could just get the board clear, you're, like, kind of fine. I don't really want more 4-drops in my deck as it is. So maybe we leave like a discard spell in or something. I don't know. Do they have a card that can kill Hazoret? Like, I mean, there's multiple cards that kill Hazoret. Like, Grasp of Darkness kills Hazoret. Like, Languish of their own kills Hazoret. But, like, it doesn't matter. Like, they don't care about Hazoret. Their plan is to go around it by going wide or to go over it with Smuggler's Copter. So, like, it's just not really our plan. We don't want 4-mana blockers. We want 4-mana, like, when we play a removal spell, make multiple blockers and lifelink. Like, that's a lot better than just 4-mana blocker, right? That sometimes isn't even a blocker because we're planning on trying to card advantage them out. This is like a Flame Tongue Kavu. It enters, like, kills the thing, and then his card advantage after that. That's, like, pretty attractive. I don't know if Chandra's better than Languish. But, like, my plan is to, like, stick this Chungus, and Languish lines up really bad against that. And I also really want Young Pyromancer, so I don't really want more sweepers. I think I'm just going to try Chandra. I could also see leaving, like, one Thoughtseize in. Just, like, try to catch a Rankle. But, like, the tempo negativeness of discard spells is just so bad. Could have had Moment of Craving. All right, you got me. I mean, I had to push in case they had Moment of Craving, so we could just push a thing. But that would have been a beating. A gigantic beating. This hand is stellar. We take these. We even have, like, a push for a Copter. Like, all of their hands are pretty bad against this. Unless they have, like, Liliana or something. Yep. A 2-1 makes sense to me. Temple of Malice. How are we supposed to sequence this game? Am I supposed to just conserve my life total by just, like, land shock? I think so. I think so. I think we're going to land shock. Just, like, play this, like, game where we conserve our life total early and just, like, kind of play Pyromancer. They kill it. We have, like, removal spells and, like, Temple to find another threat. Yeah, this is fine. Or they just Thoughtseize it. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, we're going to play this Temple. And on any turn they don't play a threat, we're just going to Temple. They could take Wild Slash here, play a 1-mana threat, and force me to shock Fatal Push. That's, like, actually not the worst thing in the world. But it's not great. Thoughtseize hurting you is a yikes. Yeah, big facts. I mean, Thoughtseize is just bad in our style of deck, I think. Like, it's just not... Well, in our style of deck in this matchup. It's just not at all what we want to be doing. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's a good one, chat. That is a good one. That is a real good one. I think we're in a position where we do want more lands, right? No, I'm not. I want more threats in case they have another Thoughtseize. Wild Slash that before you can pump it. Go. Look at me. Everything's a sorcery. I don't care that it says instant. Everything's a sorcery. Like, there's maybe a universe where we can shock it, make them commit all their mana, but the fact it doesn't die to Liliana makes me very upset. So I want to get this Liliana in play as a first and foremost kind of thing. And if it's... No! You Chungus! That's so rude. Liliana feels like one of our best cards. Now I regret bottoming the land. But we are a 22 land deck, so maybe we'll be okay. Push that. What is this? Okay. So, on their combat, we want to push this? Sure. And they can exile only one creature right now? Sure, whatever, dude. Maybe I should have just played the Blood Crypt, but there's a chance I wanna use this for a Collective Brutality, I think. Alright, we're in trouble if their 2 cards are land Rankle. Black. Cast. Target this. We're going to need a card advantage source as well. So, like, looking to draw, like, Chandra or a Liliana or something, right? Liliana of their own would be obnoxious. I wish we were playing Anger of the Gods right now, because Anger of the Gods seems incredible against this deck, and that's a knock against Sweltering Suns, I think, is that, like, if this is a popular deck, our sideboard sweeper should be Anger of the Gods. Perfy, what's up? Drake, do you want to be in Bro? We choose a deck for the Columbus Modern GP. In fact, 5 color to visit, Jeskai Control, and Grixis Death Shadow. Grixis Death Shadow is like incredible right now, isn't it? Well, that was a fine draw. I don't think I want to hold this any longer. I mean, we weren't really holding it for even a turn, but there was a world where we drew like Collective Brutality and held it. Okay. Exile Knight, you got it, buddy. Destroy target artifact. No pump spells for you. We're going to get ground out by this Castle Locthwain if they have a land, which kind of sucks, but, I mean, they have Thoughtseized us 3 times, so, and took, like, our card advantage threats every single time. There's not a lot I think we can do about that. God, how sick would Anger the Gods be right here? Alright, and I think that's probably lights out. I'm going to hold it in case we draw Collective Brutality. Unfortunate. Maybe I mismanaged my removal spells with the Scrap Heap Scrounger, but I wanted to make them exile the Blood-Soaked Champion, and they did. Alright, guess we need a sweeper. Sweeper. There's a sweeper. Imagine if this was Anger of the Gods. This game would be over. They would have 0 cards if this was Anger of the Gods right now. Instead, it's just like, okay, cool, return this 1,000 times. Go. Well, we drew among the best possible, but we're going to have to check a 3-1 for the rest of the game. How goes it today? It's going. It's going. We're going to have to draw pretty well, but it's going. Blitz! God, I love somebody who's just smart and handsome ape. Thank you. I really appreciate your sub, Blitz. That means a lot. If you have any deck you want me to play this month, make sure to put it in the Sublist channel in the Discord. I really appreciate it. Oh. Alright, return your Chungus. On the bright side, there's no more Blood-Soaked Champions, so this 3-2 is the only thing we're receiving pressure from right now. A second Castle Locthwain's a beating, and a Rankle's a big beating. Okay. Alright, I guess we're in the spot where we need another sweeper. Maybe they'll let us draw a card. That'd be sicko. Nope. Alright, I'm willing to call this game over. Blech. Anger of the Gods. Definitely a card that should be in our deck. Let's see. Does this make me want more sweepers? I think so. I think Chandra looks really bad in the face of these like instant speed comeback threats. Overall, the rest of our cards look pretty good though. Still think this card's really bad. The problem is Languish just lines up so badly, but if that's their role they're going to take, where they're just going to try to discard our threats and like beat us down in the meantime, then Languish looks a lot better, because if we have a threat and play, we're already winning. Sorry I took aggro out, Drake. I didn't know if Black Aggro would design this deck. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. We're here to iterate and improve, Nubs. That is the goal here. You didn't play my sublist from last month, though? Blitz, what was it? I thought I did. Oh, it's Mill. I haven't played it yet. That's right, that's right. I decided to play humans instead. That's right. I have it slated for next week. The problem was that I didn't stream my off week. I had it planned to stream my off week. I'll get to you, Blitz. I'm sorry. I love you. You're wonderful. You're a perfect human being. I mean, I could just do a full day of both of your sublists. That makes sense. Would you like to play first? Yes. Alright, I mean, it's hard to look in this hand. Keep. And thankfully, we draw our temple. We've drawn our 1 temple a lot. But thankfully, we draw it the game we're on the play, because we're going to want to be able to like play multiple 2-drops and stuff. They're on the mold of 6, which helps a lot. I'm a patient man, don't worry. Oh, good, because I am a Chungus. I am a big Chungus. Oh, big Chungus that drops cards. Oh, man. My opponent mold to 5, what'd they do? They mold to 6 and kept. Just put a card on bottom. Alright, cool. Temple. I think we're looking for lands here. Alright. The land kind of sucks, but I think I'm going to put it on top. Like, this hand has a clear plan. If they play a 1-drop on 1, I think I'm going to go looking for an instant or sorcery spell. Just because, like, oh, geez, what is that? What the heck? This just, like, locks in that they have, what's it called? Smuggler's Copter, right? I think this locks in they have Smuggler's Copter. Alright, I mean, this lets me get my lands in tapped. And we have a push. So like ideally they play like Copter here. We have another turn cycle. We push their thing. Their Copter. And they don't have Thoughtseize. That is the ideal here. If they do, like we really need this Reveler to stick around. Black land, Copter. Collective Brutality. Okay, does this just mean they have a Rankle hand? It smells like a Rankle hand to me then. I might cycle the Sweltering Suns if they're just like not doing anything. Just get it in the graveyard for Bedlam Reveler. I mean, we have a full turn cycle before I'll do that. I think we're going to be taking a hit from a Rankle. That is my guess. My guess is that we're going to take a hit from a Rankle. Which kind of sucks, but it'll be alright. Oh, I have a game for you. Over under 1.5 drinks consumed by you. Over under 1.5 drinks consumed by you after the Envy after party. Are you talking about the Lotus Box party? Well, that's sick. We have another Bedlam Reveler. Well, they took push. I think I do want to shock. Maybe not. Maybe I don't want to shock. I don't think I want to shock. What if we go looking? I'm going to go looking just to get this in the graveyard. We blanked. Oh no, the fact you can't take Murder Strider's a punt. Alright. So we have Mutavaults to wade through, and we have Rankle, which we expected this to be the case, actually. Like, I expected to be, like, getting Rankled this game. Like, otherwise, why else would their hand be so slow? So, I actually don't feel super stupid, but I do feel a little stupid. Did they draw Thoughtseize? Oh, okay. That's so sick. We need to get creatures in play. So that when we take our Rankle hit, this makes each player sacrifice a creature, which should make them sack their Rankle. Okay. Arcanist. Go. So they played a Mutavault. We know about Murderous Rider. I think they're more likely to just Rankle this turn and like make me discard a card. But I'm not super worried about that. I definitely drank over 1.5 drinks at the Lotus Box party. I had a lot less than some, but I definitely needed a designated driver that night. Come on, you had to celebrate making the PC. Come on. No, I meant since then. Oh, under since then, please. Please. Push, you're so lame. Alright, that's cool. Push, huh? Okay. Third Mutavault, huh? So we know 3 of their 4. The hell is this? Animated Mutavault, huh? This is what I'm talking about. This deck gets so much power out of its lands that we don't get to utilize because of our weird like color requirements. I mean, we haven't taken a lot of damage. Their aggro plan's pretty mopey this game. But our Bedlam Revelers aren't getting cheaper. Good one. That is not a good one. Rankle hits us, makes us discard. I don't really care that much. I think I do want 4 mana. So we're going to play this Foreboding Ruins. This land has looked kind of bad, too. Not in love with this Foreboding Ruins card. I hear a train jet. Most of our removal being sorceries, big oof. Yeah, I mean, we don't care that much about a single Rankle hit. But it is kind of obnoxious. Oh, if this is their plan, we'll eventually just play blocker. Like, this is not a quick enough clock, right? I don't really know. Maybe I'm dumb. Because it does allow them to just, like, keep cards in hand, but I didn't really think this is a quick enough clock to force action. Deck. Sure. Swamp. You have a Thoughtseize, Gutter Bones. Gosh, why isn't this a Flame Sweep? Or like a Kozilek's Return? Maybe that's a card we want access to, too. That's a good one. That's another good one. 1, 2, 3. So we can nuke this. If they have a land... Oh, I guess they have Murderous Rider. Huh. How much do these Revelers cost to cast? 1, 2, 3. So they cost 5. So we could cast a Reveler. It seems kind of loose. I want to eat damage, so we're just going to play our Liliana. Plus Munch. Eat damage. Because, like, this means they can't play Rankle. They just have to, like, animate 2 Mutavaults. Which I'm pretty okay with. If their turn is just, like, animate Mutavaults attack. They need a land to even bring back the Gutter Bones after that. Does it return to play? To hand. Awesome. So even if they have a land, they're incentivized to just attack, like, somebody for 6. God, Mutavault's such a messed up card, though. Like, they just drew 5 lands and are attacking you with them. Alternatively, they could hit me for 2 and just Swift in the Liliana. That's another fine turn. It's not, like, crazy good, but it's a turn. I don't know, this game's actually pretty interesting. I would like to get equity out of this before, like, we have to cast a Reveler, but I don't know. If they don't attack Liliana, we might be able to just, like, minus flip over some spells and Reveler for cheap. That'd be cool. And get, like, Arcanist back later or whatever. Maybe we're supposed to do that after. I don't really know. Because we could, like, Reveler, pick up the other Reveler. Should be sick. Swift End. This looks like Swift End. Alright, yeah. Swift End. On an adventure. Animate the old vault. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do about this onslaught of Mutavaults. Them having a land here makes this turn look kind of weird. My cards all look kind of bad. So I kind of just want to play Bedlam Reveler. They can Rankle, make me sack it. Whatever. If my cards look bad, then might as well just cast the Reveler. Dreadbore being sorcery does look really stupid here. Looking for some instant speed removal spells. Nice. Actually, it's kind of nice. We can return Reveler. Play this. Go. So now we're in okay shape. Like, if their turn is just Rankle hit me, we're good. If their turn is animate Mutavaults, we're very good. Like, we're just in good shape if all of that occurs. As long as they don't, like, Rankle Thoughtseize me. That's like the nightmare turn. Or Rankle, like, Collective Brutality. Anything that, like, has me, like, losing this Kolaghan's command is a nightmare. Okay. Blurp. Can't animate Mutavaults. This is fine. Okay. Take 7. What do you want to do? Black creatures with haste. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Who designed this stupid set? Discards a card, loses a life, draws a card, sacks a creature. Alright, getting rid of a Mutavault's actually kind of nice. Okay. Discard a card. That one. Okay. They discarded a land. We both lost a life. Sacrifice a creature. That one. Alright. This Kalitas is a sick draw. No whammies. Copter. Alright, that's fine. So, what does our turn look like? I think it has to look like Pyromancer plus Kolaghan's command. That feels like that makes the most sense. Because it leaves us only taking like 4 or whatever. Young Pyromancer. Which kind of sucks because I'd like to get this Kalitas in play, but I don't think that's realistic. I don't think that's realistic at all, actually. Ugh. But whereas this makes like blockers for these stupid Mutavaults for the rest of the game. And like, we'll take a couple more hits from Rankle, but I think we have plenty of answers to that. Night Market Lookout, you got it. Okay. Okay. This is anytime it gets tapped? That's so gross. Yep. Yep. Black, red, another. I think we have to kill 2 things now instead of returning a Bedlam Reveler, which kind of sucks. That actually really sucks a lot. Well, so we shatter this, block here, we die. Shatter this, shock, shatter this, yeah, block 1, block both. Take 4, don't die. But there's this that puts me at 1. I think we need Reveler to even live. Whereas if we go kill, kill, block, we need removal spell off the top, and we're still at 1. So this only needs to get tapped for me to die. So this is not good. This is not good. Deal 2 damage to any target. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. Where is it? Destroy target artifact, deal damage. Artifact, 2 damage. I think we just need help. There you go. Okay, we'll block here. Alright, what do you want to do? Having us draw a card makes us find 2 answers. Like, we have to find 2 specific answers, because like this, anytime it just becomes tapped, we take 1. Which is kind of a beating. But I don't block a 2 too well. Yep, okay. Alright, I think that just kills us. Kolaghan's command off the top is still a real draw. Outside of that, we're in really tough shape. Man, their last card, 2 Night Market Lookouts, sweeper or nothing? Land ain't it. Alright, I mean, I think we would have won game 2 with an Anger of the Gods. And I think their last cards, like, they stopped at exactly, like, you know, 6 lands and 3 of them being Mutavaults. So, like, I think that match was reasonably close. Like, there's a world where if we don't have to shock, we get a Bedlam Reveler back and we just run away with the game, but... like, that's obviously not how that played out, because we were going to die otherwise. What's up, J-Bags? How's it going? So, like, I think that was a flaw in our sideboard and not actually our deck building process. So, I actually think, I don't know, I think that matchup could be short up. That was closer than I thought it was going to be. When I realized that we didn't have Angers in our deck, that was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I think the Languish might also just be nonsense. Like, if we're trying to kill 4-times creatures, let's just play better removal spells. Like, cast downs or whatever. Like, Languish is just, like, kind of really bad in our deck. Seems kind of sweet. Get to shock into, like, Duress or whatever. Alright, well, now... shock probably has no targets, which is really bad. I guess I can Duress. I'm gonna do that. Duress you. Do you have a thing in the ice? What's your hand look like? Oh, you're a control Planeswalker-y deck. That... I see. I see. Pithing Needle, what the fuck is that? What's up with this? Dig through time for 1,000, man. I mean, Oko is by far the best card in their hand, but that is kind of a stupid hand of Magic cards. Go. Hopefully, we'll just like start throwing shocks at their face to be able to use this Bedlam Reveler for something useful. I guess we also have this like Kolaghan's command for Needle, like once we play Liliana, which is kind of sick. Push. That's not good. It's not good at all. I think I'm probably gonna like shock them on instep because our hand's like that bad against what they're doing, and I just want cards in the graveyard. Yup. For Bedlam Reveler. There's an awkward tension between Bedlam Reveler and Arcanist that I wonder if is just like not good in our deck. Shock you. Thank you. Untap. Land. Alright. Liliana. Tempted to minus, not going to. A plus up, threaten ult, make them needle it. That way we can get equity out of this Kolaghan's command. For the old shatter discard mode. Pretty powerful stuff, I tell you what. Alright, they've drawn like nothing but lands. They have a Drawn from Dreams, an Oath of Teferi, which flickers another permanent you control, and a Supreme Verdict. So they realistically have like one card in their hand with any text. Although another push is a real beating. Alright. Target player discards. Discard. Artifact. They can just discard the Supreme Verdict, but that's fine. They discarded a Abrade. I think we're just going to plus... We have 3 spells. So we would need a land, or we need something to target with a Fatal Push. Which is kind of a beating, but I think they're just going to Drawn from Dreams this turn. Yeah, Dig Through Time makes sense. Imagine playing a format with actual Dig Through Time and you're just Drawn from Dreamsing, and it's actually just better here too. So gross. Okay, they picked their cards. One of their 3 unknowns was a land. Well, we drew a land. Red. Here's a Bedlam Reveler. Okay. Wish I could cast that. How close are we to ult? Quite far? Alright, don't Nicol Bolas me, bro. Like, come on. Oh, take the turn off and like Oath of Teferi or something stupid. Fires. Alright. That's one card. No Bolas? Okay. We're working under these conditions. Those are pretty bad cards to have. You can like Thoughtseize them and get something accomplished here. Threaten the Liliana ult. Alright, it's good because that's the only thing we have going on. Thoughtseize you. Always yield. What you got? What you got? Take the big fatness. Architect. Goodbye. Plus up. Okay. Combat. Hiya! Put you lower. But we got a Liliana dialed up, ready to ult. You got a top deck. You got a top deck. Turn's yours. Bunch of air. Bunch of air. Got a lot of air. Are we done? Faye? No! What the fuck? That's like your best draw. Are you kidding me? The hell is this garbage? Chat. Chat. What the fuck is this? They can just activate it twice. Sure. I'm so tilted, chat. I'm so tilted. Yep. We had that dialed up, and they top decked us. What is Magic? Magic sucks. We drew Fatal Push. Thanks, deck. Thanks. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. I guess this Fatal Push actually isn't bad. Hold on. Because they're going to try to activate it, right? Like, and pick it back up. So we should need to hold up a black for, like, the rest of the game. And hope that we out-top deck the stupid Planeswalker deck somehow. Alright, yeah, it's done. Alright, yeah, that works. Okay, well, let's do stuff. Good card. Not a good card. Go ahead. Sure. Opponent is very skilled. Opponent's much better than us, that's for sure. Alright. Just gonna, like, attack. Okay. What are you doing? What'd you discard? Land, retreat? Alright. Cast. Die. And it's a true top deck war, as our hand does literal nothing. Okay. Good card. Right here. Our turn to top deck. Our turn. Fucking A. Oh, everything's terrible. I hate Magic. We have, like, Kolaghan's... We have one Liliana, Kolaghan's commands, and Hazorets to draw to. Those are our outs. Those are what we're looking for. Ugh. Meanwhile, our opponent probably draws... Alright, I'm over it. Oh, whatever, I'll take a draw step. Because actually, if the draw step's Hazoret, we're in okay shape. Like, they draw 2 cards, we're probably rough, like in rough shape. We have a Thoughtseize plus a Hazoret, and that's, like, kind of okay. Yeah, whatever. Unbelievable. We could have had a Liliana emblem. Okay, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm over it. You win. You win. I don't care anymore. You drew 3 Fatal Punches. I don't care. I'm dead. I'm not moving. Well, that was kind of a beating. That was a big beating. What does this kill? Does this kill Planeswalkers? Green or white? That doesn't kill Nicol Bolas. Let's get Fatal Pushes out of my deck. The shocks are unbelievably bad, but I think we need them just as a spell to throw in our graveyard. Unbelievably bad. Tempted to just board in the stupid Noxious Grasp. I mean, it kills Okos. Yeah, I mean, there's no way this isn't supposed to be in our deck. Okay. Sure, my guy. We can cut a shock. Or, like, a Collective Brutality. Brutality's really bad. Shocks are probably better. They at least get flashed back by Arcanist. Like, we can maybe assemble some semblance of, like, an aggressive plan. Chandra? Chandra look okay? Chandra's not great. Pretty desperate. Alright, let's just make this happen. I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. No kidding. That was an absolute beating. Like, the top deck Fey Wishes into, like, top deck War. We draw land. They draw Teferi to activate twice into Elspeth. Like, okay, fine. I get it. Okay. Alright. You got it, man. You got it. Both teams played hard. Ugh. There's no Veil of Summer, so I'm going to wait to, like, cast this Duress. There's no reason to wait till turn 2 unless I draw Pyromancer, in which case I'll wait till turn 3. The worst thing they can have is, like, Negate, which seems really bad in their, in their Fires deck. Like, responsive spells don't make sense. So, if we draw Pyromancer, we're going to play it. If not, we're just going to Duress, because we do play the Liliana. Alright. Yeah, let's just Duress. What you doing? What you got over there? Pile of Planeswalkers? Multiple Fires of Invention, Fae of Wishes, just like utter nonsense. Great. Well, they have the combo of Fires plus Fae of Wishes for Bolas, but they only have 4 lands. Put a card on the bottom. And, like, we do actually have the Dreadbore to check this. Well, they have 2 fires? Alright, we're just taking no-go. We're just taking no-go. We're going to try the same plan of Liliana. I hope it gets there. But we might actually just have to start aggressively minusing it because it's just not, we're just not in good shape. Something that matters. That matters. That's aggressive. We can work with this. I think we want to get to the board first. So, like, we could Liliana plus, like, if they have Teferi, I feel kind of like a Chungus. This is kind of a tough decision. I think I get more rewarded for getting my aggressive creatures in play first because, like, they have the Fae of Wishes thing dialed up. So I think this is the play, but I could easily see this being wrong. Besides, if they, like, sweeper me or whatever, like, if they Clarion me, I want to be able to, like, Liliana, like, this back. Oko? Ugh. Another Oko, huh? Okay. Create a food. So if we shock it, plus 5, that's not enough. Wow, what an unbelievable planeswalker. Alright, yeah. Shock you. Oh, Zealed. Okay. What do we got? A reasonable spell? That's a good one. That's a good one, I think. Dreadbore that. The dressing fires makes me, like, having a Duress makes me feel kind of stupid. Because they have multiple fires. Alright, Teferi Time Reveler is a nice hit. So, like, now they have, like, one Fae of Wishes to make anything happen with. Like, their turn is land, like, fires Fae of Wishes for something, but I don't think they have another land, because that's their mountain, right? Yeah, they don't have another land, they don't have another spell to cast. They have Anger the Gods. Fine by me. I might have to plus up on our Pyromancer then, which does look like what I have to do. Okay. Train. Chew. So there's a fires in their hand. This kind of sucks. Alright, land. Liliana. Plus up on my own Pyromancer, so you don't exile it. Nice. Go. We need looting? No kidding. I mean, we're in okay shape. We just need them to never top deck anything ever. Like, we can plus up on that and just keep attacking. Alright. We know about Fire's Anger. Those are 2 cards we know in their hand. The rest of their cards could be legitimately anything. Wild Slash. Plus up there. Combat. Tag with all. Maybe they'll go to damage. They let damage happen. Love to see it. Gain 3. Okay. Fuck. Narset, huh? That's probably a problem. Yep. I feel like they're the bigger mid-range deck. Bolus, right. Why is it every time we're playing Magic, I realize we just have no chance of beating a Bolus? Why does that happen to me? Shock. Does it matter? Does it literally matter at all? This prioritizes hand first. Oh, no, you can just pick one. Cool. Okay. Land. So their hand is Fire's Anger X still. Winnable. Alright. That's what this turn had to look like. We still can't rebuy the Pyromancer. I mean, I'm not even sure we can beat this Fae of Wishes, but we're going to give it our best shot. Dreadbore that. Attack all creatures at Narset. Although I guess I could have attacked one at them, but they just blocked that one and Narset dies. Like, it's the same outcome. Alright, I have no cards. It's your turn. Alexa, play a simple plan. Yeah, I feel pretty dead. I feel like I've been playing dead for a while. This feels like playing against Tron with Jund, where you're just like, you're playing Magic, but realistically you're just dead. Oh, another one, obviously. Are we done? Do you have some big stupid walker you can grab so we can call it a day? What does that do? Returns 4 permanents from your hand? I'm good. I have better things to do with my life. Alright. Okay! Well, 8 discard spells, not enough. Although, like I said, we would have won game 1. Game 2 was not winnable at all unless I take Fires with the first discard spell and Fires with the second discard spell, but I didn't have the second discard spell when I cast the first one. So instead I took an Oko that was like beatable but still annoying. And, I mean, obviously got punished. Wow, this is really annoying. Moto, get it together. Alright. Let's see if we can win a match. So far, our deck looks like it's just, like, does not keep up with the rest of the decks in the format, which is, like, kind of irritating. Because it feels like we're doing something powerful, but, like, these decks that just, like, throw caution to the wind and are just, like, trying to go over the top of each other don't seem very beatable. We're going to bottom that because we're looking for a land, but, like, that deck in particular, like, the ramp decks are probably hard, the field decks are probably hard, like, that deck's probably hard. All these decks that are just, like, trying to go over the top of you are just, like, very hard to beat. So that probably just means mid-range doesn't have, like, the clock or whatever necessary to, like, actually get somebody dead in a reasonable time frame. Which kind of sucks. Maybe it just means we need to board, like, more aggressive cards or something. But I don't really know what I would play. Like, if I was trying to shore that matchup up, how do you beat, like, just a pile of Planeswalkers? Like, you can't really put Questing Beast in our sideboard. Have you seen the builds with Goblin Dark Dwellers? What would that do? Goblin Dark Dwellers is interesting. Seems kind of hard to cast. We're not really looking to hold a bunch of lands, but I have not. Push my thing. You got it. Did not expect this deck to be a fatal push deck. Traverse for a basic. Swap, huh? Okay. Well. Black. Here's Liliana. Can you beat this one? Hello. Hello. Nice dude. Reveler or Pyromancer? I already have a Reveler, so I'm going to take Pyromancer. Hopefully we can buy back a Reveler later. But if they play any creatures, we have like Pyromancer plus Wild Slash and Shock. Like that can team up and beat like an X3. Like Liliana plus whatever. Gather the Pack. Top 5 for the creature. Oh, is this... Oh no, is this Soul Flare? Oh, what the heck? Yeah, it's definitely Soul Flare. They got big chunguses. They took Questing Beast. That is moderately obnoxious. So I need a second Shock. I did not draw one. Alright, so we can keep the Liliana around if we shock our own Pyromancer and push the Questing Beast. Seems like a winning line. I don't have a better one. Here's a Pyromancer. Go. Alright. This is going our way. Right. This deck has a lot of X4s in it. Oh, Grizzly Salvage? That's convenient. Just looking for a Soul Flare, I guess. Manticore, obviously. Is this thing just going to have, like, haste, mono, obnoxiousness? Just unbeatableness? What'd you exile? Hexproof. Flying down the effect. Just like mono words and death touch. This just has all the abilities, right? Like this is the nut draw. I think we could pick it up. You got it, friend. Hold priority, then shock the token we generate. Creamsicle. I think that works. Yeah, I think that works. Creamsicle. Reggie B. Thanks for the 10 bits. I really appreciate it. Appreciate your support. Yeah, that's a way better line. You're so much smarter than me. This deck seems pretty bad. Because, like, once again, here's another deck just, like, kind of going over the top of us. I don't know. Maybe I am just misevaluating my roles. Languish kills a 4/4. This deck seems to be full of them. Gonna bring it in. Duress seems really bad. Chandra seems good against X4s. Don't know if Kalitas is any good. The shocks aren't great. Like, there's not a lot of things we can shock. So I'm going to board out a fair bit of those. I do think we're the aggressor in this matchup. Liliana doesn't really impress me very much in this matchup either. So maybe something like... I mean, Noxious Grasp does kill Questing Beast and some of their bigger creatures, but it's just like it doesn't kill a Soul Flare, which kind of matters. I don't know. Let's board all this stuff in. Let's just board stuff in. What's our curve look like? Draw more Thoughtseizes? Yeah, no kidding. Well, I mean, once again, we're kind of getting back to the same inherent problem where we're just the smaller mid-range deck in every matchup. And I'm not sure if that means the format needs an aggro deck. Because, like, we looked the best against the mono-black aggro deck, right? Where I think with a few, like, changes to our deck, I think we can show that matchup really nicely. I think all of these decks that are just going really big are going to be hard matchups for us. And I don't know how long the format's going to be like that. But as long as it is, something like this is probably not going to be very viable. Because you have a lot of baked-in card advantage to what you're doing. But a lot of these decks are just, like, doing the, like, big card advantage. Like, that deck's just, like, a graveyard deck trying to assemble, like, a bunch of, like, a really big spell. And then we played against, like, the stupid Planeswalker deck that's just trying to, like, have every card go over the top of us at the rate of, like, very slow. So, and we also haven't played against any of the Mana Dark decks we talked about being really good in the format. And, it, like, kind of underrepresented in our small sample size. This hand does not have a Thoughtseize in it. This hand has a Fatal Push, a Hazoret. I don't think we can keep this either. This is just, like, not... We need, like, probably, like, a Thoughtseize. Some sort of meaningful interaction, and this hand just doesn't have it. Doesn't even have a clock. Blech. I mean, this is what we signed up to keep, I guess. 2 tap lands? That's a beating. That is a beating. Beatart, hey, thanks for the sub, Peter. Really appreciate it. Oh, that was it. Just said he subscribed. Blitz, thank you for the gifted sub for Peter. I really appreciate it. Peter, thank you for your support this month. Blitz is great. You're so kind. You're so kind. Early Christmas to me. Yeah, Blitz is great. Thoughtseize me? What the heck? That's so rude. That's what I'm trying to do to you. Blitz, you're so kind. Oh, look at that little present. That's so cute. Gifter Leader 1, huh? That's awesome. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your support. How does holding priority work in like Comp REL, by the way? Do you announce it as you cast the first spell? Never seen it done in paper? Yeah, you have to announce it as you cast the spell. So you have to be like, this holding priority, do this. Like, if you say like this, and like that's long enough of a pause, or if you're just like, cast Infernal Tutor, they'd be like, resolves. And you're just like, well, no, I want to hold priority. Like, you can get called on that. You need to be like, cast Infernal Tutor, hold priority. Like, that's about as fast as you're like that's about the speed at which you want to do it. Is there a chance I'm killing something green on turn 2? I don't think there is, and I want to hide my draw step, so I'm not going to reveal a swamp. I just say hold priority cast X. That works too. I mean, you need to indicate before they have a chance to respond. Because at the point at which they respond, you've gained information that they don't have a response to you casting that spell. You just not have a land? We take those. Well, I have land. I also have Tormod Crypt. Beat this Tormod Crypt. Look at that. We skillfully drew 1 Tormod Crypt. Maybe we can win this match after all. Boop. Hi, you got it. Oh. They drew a green land. Some ugly basics, opponent. Those are some ugly basics. I feel like you could do better. Shadows over Innistrad, huh? Good card. Something reasonable. That ain't it. Nope. Bunch of interactive cards. I mean, a mold of 5. They're on 7. And they are missing land drops. We don't have an aggressive plan to punish the missing land drops, so we're probably quite unfavored in this particular spot. If they get something... Oh, they Abrupt Decayed my, my Crypt? That's so sick. I cast it out because I saw Thoughtseizes and assumed their primary form of interaction was discard. They should have Abrupt Decay too. Blech. Blech. No winning. No winning with the Tormod script. They should have nothing? How do you have nothing? Well, I have nothing. Okay. I mean, does this mean they kept like an interactive hand? What does this mean? This is like a Grizzly Salvage, but you're missing land drops. Why wouldn't you cast this on your main phase? Command Core doesn't have hexproof, right? Alright, wonderful. So we can't get Soul Flared this turn. They also didn't hit a land. Okay. You have a black to regenerate it? You do not. I guess we're Dreadboring it. Nice. Dreadbore. Pew! What you want to ditch? How many cards go into the bin? That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for your graveyard. Zapalta. That does not have hexproof. We can beat a Soul Flare without hexproof. We do not have any edicts in our deck. Maybe that's something we want if this deck's actually popular. It's like Liliana's Triumph. Houston Outlaws jersey, losing matches, name a more iconic duo. The Daggers, Blitz. The Daggers. We're going to be great next year. We're going to be great next year. It's so funny because that's what like every team that like loses a lot always says, right? Is like, you know, Detroit Lions or whatever. Whoever sucks is just always like, we're going to be great next year. It's like, no, you're not. You're not going to. Next year's not going to be your year. You're not getting a year. It's not how this works. Hey, how's it going, Zach Allen? I'm playing an unplayable deck, I have determined. Alright, this casts a Soul Flare. We get hit for a chungus amount of damage, and we have a Dreadbore. It's the way I see it. But they don't know about the second Dreadbore. They knew about the first one. Yeah, it's a Soul Flare. It's going to hurt. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt a lot. They're going to gain like 8 damage, gain 8 life or whatever. Oh, or they could just miss their attack. Do they not have haste? It has all these words and doesn't have haste? Alright, sure, my guy. Goodbye. Blossoming Defense. Oh, don't do it. Wait, what just happened? Am I stupid? Oh, it's indestructible. Right. Which one of those had indestructible? Is Zapalta? Oh, Zapalta's indestructible. Alright, that's one of the words on it. Alright, fine, they win. Whew! We are losing a lot. Nubs, I have bad news for you, buddy. I think your deck's not very good. We'll play like 1 or 2 more. I don't know. I actually want to play against the Mana Dork deck before I really give the death knell on this deck. See if this deck's actually as good as advertised against the Mana Dork decks, but it doesn't seem to beat anything else. Except maybe Mono Black. I think you have a chance against Mono Black. But it's not particularly favored for you. You just have a chance. But you're not beating Jeskai Fires, and you're not beating, or 5-color Fires. I guess it's not Jeskai, it's 5 colors. And you're not beating Soul Flare, it seems. Lay off my lions. Not fully on topic, but how do you feel about Jeskai Mentor in a post-Ren 6 world? I mean, so the problem is that Oko is still broken. Like, Oko is the best 3-mana walker they've fronted in Legacy since True Name Nemesis. So, like, trying to play Jeskai Mentor is just kind of a mistake. Like, maybe you can replace your Magmatic Sinkholes with Pyroblasts, but Pyroblast is a lot more narrow than Sinkhole was. So, like, I feel like your Red Splash gets a lot worse. Maybe you can do something like Splash Black for, like, Noxious Grasp or something. That also seems like just as narrow. Like, Pyroblast is probably, like, more flexible in that particular spot. I don't know. I'll have to do some iteration on that deck, but if I had to guess, I would say you'd want to either go back to just blue-white or just, like, splash, like, another color. Maybe play Okos of your own. I don't know. But, like, the point is you're just not going to be playing... Yeah, ban with Oko's an option. And, like, that could be good, too. Like, you have Astrolabes to animate. Like, maybe that's good. But if I had to guess, Jeskai Mentor is one of the losers from this... From not only... Well, Jeskai Mentor was a big loser from Oko being printed. I think the deck was unplayable when Oko and Ren were together. Like, I just don't think there's any reason to be playing that deck. But with Ren gone, that solves a problem, but like causes another. And like there's going to be a lot of deck building considerations that you're going to have to make. Jeskai's still great. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. We'll have to see. All right, is this hand remotely playable? Dreadhorde Arcanist with no 1-drop functional mana? Probably not. Feel like there's a lot of hands that are better, and like the like value in our deck is having like 1-mana removal spells and stuff. So like this hand actually looks more attractive, even though I'm pretty sure this hand's not keepable. But I'm here to play Magic. We're gonna see what's up. Play Mana Dark deck. If you're playing Planeswalker deck, somebody concede. Oh jeez. And I bought him to discard spell like an absolute chungus. Well, there's a 1-mana removal spell I was asking for. Thoughtseize you. Oh, it's this blue-white stuff. Okay. Well. Spell Queller seems like the most annoying card. I don't really think I care that much about Teferi. Maybe I do. Spell Queller seems like the most annoying card. It's like pretty good with with Teferi, and like I guess they need lands. They just like play a Thraben Inspector here with their island. Oh, they drew Copter? Blech. Alright, well, land, please. Okay, we play on. We play on. Oh, that does not cast Arcanist. Arcanist. Go. Now here, if they draw land, they're kind of incentivized to just like play Teferi and bounce it. But they might just try to play. They might just play Thraben and animate Copter. Seems to be the plan. Four cards left. We know 3 of them. They have loots to hit discard spells. We can flashback. That's 1 Teferi gone. Not blocking. So we can Thoughtseize the other Teferi away with Dreadhorde. Or yeah, with Dreadhorde as long as we get to keep it. And I guess we could just like shock both Thraben Inspectors and they can't animate it. Temple of Malice. Blech. So we know 2 of their cards. Just gonna play this tapped. Just get some information here on this for this Thoughtseize on what our next turn is gonna look like. I think it's just gonna be Kolaghan's command, but I don't know. Could be great. Can we get you to play Simic Cyclonic Rift next? What the hell is that? What does that even mean? Can we all just agree to play Legacy circa March 2012? I'm in. I liked Deathrite Shaman, actually. If we could play it like 2018, like early 2018, I like Deathrite Shaman a lot. I'm willing to go back to that format. That's sweet. That's a sweet one. I like this. All right. Let's cast a Thoughtseize. Okay. How does this work? Do I have to like cast it now? Alright, yeah. Boop. Oh. Shows you how much Arcanists I've played. I have no idea. I didn't know if this was end of turn or what. Reflector Mage. Ew. Is that better than Teferi? Probably. So we take Reflector Mage, then we shock this to force them to play it over playing Teferi. Like to play the second one over playing Teferi. I think we have to shock this. Does not feel good. Shock this. But we're already at kind of a low life total and I want to conserve my life. And here we're kind of seeing this tension with Bedlam Reveler show up a lot. Don't really know what to do about that. Draw a card. They drew lands. They can do both. Which just kind of sucks. But we can bounce Arcanist. I'm sorry, we can shock Copter, kill Tef. And that's like pretty good. It's a pretty good turn. Pretty good turn. We have 1 card. Just don't attack with Copter, huh? Nice. Alright, let's deal 2 damage and destroy an artifact. Artifact, 2 damage. And all they have left that we know is actually just literally nothing. Cool! Go! we're ahead on cards, for whatever that's worth. It's actually kind of nice that they bounced Arcanist, because I don't feel incentivized to try to get equity out of it, which will maybe will let me actually, like, cast this Bedlam Reveler, but that tension is just, like, so bad. And Arcanists have looked kind of bad in general. I think the card probably shouldn't be in our deck. We should have some other threat. I don't know what we can play, but the Revelers and the Pyromancers have felt actually pretty good. The Arcanists have been fairly embarrassing. Like, our removal spells are so clunky, we don't have the time to take off to play one, and hitting our land drops has been challenging enough that, like, we haven't really been able to play, like, a 2-mana removal spell on an Arcanist in the same turn. These commands, always 2-for-1s, they're so good. Yeah, no kidding, MTGX, Michael. I am wonderful. Spyro isn't legal, right? What's Spyro? Seasoned Pyromancer? No, that's Modern Horizons. Yeah. I figured out just in time. Dark Dwellers over Arcanist? Alright, Peter, you really want this Dark Dwellers card to work, huh? 5 mana is so many. I mean, maybe that is the answer. They have 5 mana. Is this just like an Archangel Avacyn? All this is right. Alright, well. Here's Pyromancer. Gonna have to start getting spells in the yard eventually. If they gotta cast Angel, we'll just, like, shock the guy. If they draw a card, we'll shock the guy. Probably. And they have to do something, right? Angel. Well, hold on. How's this check? Alright, yeah, cool. Shock this. Get a token. Try to kill that. Although, actually, that might have been a mistake. Maybe I'm supposed to, like, line up this, like, turn where I, like, -2/-2 the Avacyn and shock it. But, especially because it has Vigilance. I'm a little worried about that against the Teferi Spell Queller deck, though. And I really wanted to get equity out of my cards. Maybe I'm an idiot. That's very possible I'm an idiot. But I was hoping board... Oh, jeez. Woof. Alright. Huh. Selfless Spirit's going to make this game pretty hard to win. In fact, I'm just dead no matter what I do, right? This is a 6 in the air. It flips the deal like 1,000 to me. Yeah, we're just unbelievably dead. Wow. Avacyn, good card. More than 11. Okay. This kills anything white, right? Alright, we'll take it. Take these. I'll take these. I'll take these. Don't think I want these. They don't have enough, like, just X3s lying around. Not in love with Duress. I like Thoughtseize a lot. Brutality kind of depresses me. The Duresses have been, like, actually some of the better cards. Like, I was hating on those at the beginning, and they've actually been okay. They have a lot of, like, stupid chump blockers. Hazoret's just a big idiot. I want something that, like, gets a little bit more equity. Arcanists have been just kind of bad. Maybe we're just supposed to board Arcanist out. It just looks so bad. The whole time. It just looks so bad. We board out, like, an Arcanist and some shocks or whatever. Boop. There you go. That's all I want to sideboard. Call it a day. Casting good old Ojutai's command in Pioneer right now. Playing some Humans. Jeez. Ojutai's command, huh? What year is it? I mean, like, it's probably okay. Like, there's a lot of creature-centric strategies in the format right now, so maybe that's just, like, fine. Maybe I'm the big idiot. Keep. This hand's actually pretty nice. It's one of the better hands we've seen in a while. Alright, if we lose this hand, Nubs, I love you, but we're declaring the deck unplayable. If we lose this hand, it's over. It's over. All the fun's over. There's nothing left. This hand is super sicko. Close to a Snapcaster command deck as we get. Fair. Yeah, I mean, Dark Dwellers is obviously good if we can cast it. Although, yeah, actually, I don't think I want to try to shoot this before I play my... Ooh, that's nice, actually. Before I play my Young Pyromancer. I want to get this in play before they get access to 3 mana. And then we can, like, kill stuff. Probably just going to Wild Slash this out of my way. Just attack. OG. As soon as we got a Simic Psych Rift, it's the only way. Zach Allen, I'm going to play some Modern Humans. Dude, it just won the Invitational. I love that deck. I'm going to play that list that won the Invitational. Figure out what I'm missing. Because that deck was terrible. Oh, I know. I'm sad the format is going way over the top. Like it is. The mid-range is bad. Yeah, so, like, let's talk about that for a minute. Like, they banned Veil of Summer, I guess, in an effort to try to make Thoughtseize more playable, which I'm not here for. Like, fuck Thoughtseize. I hate that card so much. It is, like, the emissary of miserable gameplay. But what is this sequencing? Like, their mana is awkward. They're just, like, playing Thraven Inspectors. They're just playing, like, hold up 3 mana for the rest of the game. Do you have another one? Ugh. Okay. Where's Legion's End when you need it? Just... Oh, they're still up cards. Alright. I can just, like, kill idiot, kill idiot. That kind of feels dumb. I don't want to do that. Kind of just play Liliana. Is that stupid? Is playing Liliana stupid? Playing Liliana doesn't feel stupid. Could just play tap leg, go kill, hit you for 2, get aggressive. Like, put like 4 power in play. They have a bunch of 1/2s. Play Liliana next turn, straight into a whatever. How do I want this game to play out? Part of me wants to just, like, kill the 2 things and start attacking. That's what I'm going to do. Because, like, we can, like, nerf the last one with Liliana, and they essentially just have no board. We can just get aggressive, because, like, they're already up 3 cards or whatever. Resolve it now and have instant speed stuff later. And we're just, like, not attacking. They can easily pressure it. Alright, whatever, dude. Alright, I'm going to take your advice, Zach. I'm going to take your advice. So what I've wanted to do has not particularly worked out. I kind of wanted to just, like, try to get the things off the board and start getting aggressive, because I don't know if we're beating this long game. But here we are. Reflector Mage. You got it. Attack for 1,000 at Liliana. Nice. Okay, this is both of Liliana? Sure. 2 Arcanist, huh? Arcanist is a nice one. Okay, let's plus here. Play this tapped. Definitely don't want another Arcanist. Let's Wild Slash 1. Play an Arcanist. Make them have, like, a lot of stuff. Because, like, now what this game's about is just, like, keeping our Liliana around, right? Like, that's our way to keep up on card advantage on them, if that's our plan. Like, that plus Pyromancer. Okay, it puts Liliana to 1. You got it. At least we can Pyromancer next turn. Although, maybe that's an argument for holding stuff up, but I didn't want to get caught by a Spell Queller. Like, they're just kind of playing this goofy tap-out, like, tempo strategy, though. What is this? Another one? Just number 4? Cool. Very cool. Very cool. Alright. Nice. So we nerf one, no matter what. Pyromancer. We have to throw Pyromancer under the bus to even keep anything around. Like, we can Abrade this. Then we have nothing for Queller. We block. We go block, block. Alright. I mean... I don't have a better answer for you. We just, like, double chump. And then we can, next turn, we can, like, nerf, Arcanist, push. And that, like, keeps everything around. Assuming they put nothing into play. Sure. You cracked a clue. Alright, crack another clue. Alright, we can beat this turn. This is kind of what needed to happen. Oh, Liliana. Alright, block, block. Let's keep the Liliana around. And we have 2 spells in the yard. Foreboding Ruins. Nerf this. Here's an Arcanist. Here's a Fatal Push. And we'll play this to try to Reveler. Nope. Go! Alright, that puts no damage on the Liliana. And we can just Reveler, which gets around Queller really nicely. But if they have Avacyn, like, we're going to need help off this Reveler for sure. Okay. No attacks. No casts. Nice. Dreadbore. Okay, so, like, they can ambush my thing in combat, which kind of sucks. I guess if we just, like, Dreadbore, we can make them do it now. Dreadbore this. Avacyn? What you got? Yup. And this still puts the 4th spell in the yard. Oh, no, that's 1 too many. I thought it was free to do. Man, I'm an idiot. In that case, we're just going to cash this out because it's going to die anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, alright. Let's cash this out up to the spell. And we get Pyromancer back anyway, so it's not even the end of the world. Oh. Okay. Now it's the end of the world. Play Reveler. We can't really race. Just puts the Pyromancer back. So we can play Pyromancer, take a big hit. Although not really. We just like block, take 5. It's not that big of a hit. Although if they have like anything for this Reveler on the next turn, I'm a Chungus. I think my removal spells are so clunky. Like, casting Reveler this turn seems fine. Do you think I have to play Pyro? Like, I want to play Pyro, but, like, my spells are so clunky that, like, if I draw into a few spells, like, I still just might be in too much trouble. Alright, alright, alright. Actually, I have a Dreadhorde Arcanist. But we still need to find an answer to this Avacyn, or it's just going to flip on the next turn. Like, I could flashback. Next turn I can flashback something, start killing stuff. But the Avacyn flips, we're in a lot of trouble. And I used the Dreadbore to try to bait out the Avacyn. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. This combo is so sick. Block here. Okay, take 5. You gonna sack? Not gonna sack. Whatever. Do we shock this? I don't even know. Probably not. I'm not gonna shock it then. God, absent. What a card. Noxious Grasp, huh? Alright. Thoughtseize you. What's your last card? Is it another land? What is it? Actually, we have a decent turn where we can, like, Petty Theft. They could have bounced this in response and made me discard it with the trigger on this deck. What the hell? Okay. Alright. That's actually kind of sick. We got it back. And, like, we're in good shape. Done. Like, we have Noxious Grasp going for us. Alright, we got stuff going on. Attack. Attack. Target. Is Fatal Push or Wild Slash better? I think Wild Slash is better because it kills Brazen Borrower. Cast. Target this. pass priority. You sack it. We Noxious Grasp that. And then you can't block with, what's it called? We gain a life. We just have a good board, and we have Reveler on lock. So we're going to take 3 in the air. Like, we fortunately have a bunch of tokens to block now. But I think we might have stabilized this game. It only took, like, a lot. Took the Arcanist Pyromancer combo to happen. Yeah, we found it. We found the line. We found the line. So smart to play the turn we did. Wait, what? Why is this still trigger? Does it just put a like random delayed trigger on the stack? Alright, sure, dude. What if there was another Avacyn they played afterwards? Would it flip that Avacyn? Because it's like a delayed trigger or whatever? I don't know. I don't know how magic works. I'm very stupid. Alright, they have access to a lot of cards. They drew land, thankfully. That's kind of what we need to happen. Dude, I will line up some double blocks or whatever. Actually, I'm just going to block. Single blocks. Jumpty, 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 jump. My turn. What do you have? Do you have Avacyn? This looks kind of Avacyn-like. How many spells? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Love to see it. Let's cast Fatal Push, targeting that. See if they have Avacyn. They do, as they always do. Very nice, very cool. Here's a Bedlam Reveler. Something that answers an Avacyn. Nope. So we're taking 7 in the air? That kind of sucks. Red. Here's a Pyromancer. So we take 7 in the air. This does it to each player, right? Creature in each opponent, obviously. Whenever a creature you control dies. So if we attack with everybody, we don't get in for a lot. They get their choice of blocks, probably on Young Pyromancer. We get to wild slash them to 15. They take 2 to 13. And we have a Bedlam Reveler, a Pyromancer, and some other stuff in play. But we have to make blocks next turn, such that their stuff doesn't die. Woof. Alright, well. I don't see a better line. I think we have to attack. We have to attack and hope to find an answer to this Avacyn. Because we can get them kind of low, especially if they attack with everybody. Alright, I'm just going to attack. Wild slash. Go face. Make 2 tokens. Always yield to that too. 15. Avacyn's going to snap off the block on Arcanist. You go to 12. Alright, I think all we need is a removal spell, right? Maybe 2? Whatevs. Yup. Nice. That's pretty irritating. Slam. Block here, block here. If we find a removal spell for Avacyn, they can block a lot and take 2, 4, 5, 6. Not looking pretty bleak. I don't know what gets us out. Gosh, every turn Avacyn's just such a beating. Push. So we can like push this. But we have no outs to just like them attacking with an Avacyn or whatever. Pyromancer. Alright. Attack with all creatures. I mean... My out is they remove something in response, and I get to kill this. All right, your deck's unplayable, Nubs. We've had enough. We've had enough. We've had enough. Wow, we won a game of Magic. All right, drop from League. Man, this deck did not look actually that bad when I was like playing around with it, but boy, did it really show its butt there. All right, well, let's talk about what I would do to change it and why this kind of archetype is probably going to continue to struggle. We didn't get to play against any of the Mana Dark decks. I maybe should have just conceded or at least tried the last match just to see if we could find a Mana Dark deck, but that is the actual matchup I would want to try with this deck because I feel like if there's any good matchups at all out there for this deck, that would be it. But the format's just not homogenized enough with those Mana Dark decks yet that, like, you can really justify playing something that has so many bad matchups as this deck. But, I mean, there's also just a lot of deck building problems with this deck. Like, we saw Arcanist and Reveler, like, fight each other a lot. Like, some of our sideboard slots didn't make a lot of sense. Like, I didn't really like Languish with our creature base, where we're trying to, like, go wide with this, and, like, this is, like, an X4 or whatever. Although, I guess it never dies to this, but this is an X4 that dies to it. So, like, Noxious Grasp was sweet. We struggled with big creatures like Avacyn, which doesn't really make any sense in your black-red deck. Like, it's kind of embarrassing that you can't kill big creatures very well, but, like, we literally were just, like, constantly like, wow, I wish I had an answer to an Avacyn. So, like, removal spells kind of suck. So I'd, like, want to cut, like... I think 2 Hazards is nonsense. Maybe even the first Hazoret kind of sucks. Just, like, these should be, like, sideboard cards, if anything. These, I don't think, make a lot of sense. And, like, the Arcanists weren't very good threats at all. Like, maybe we want, like, one, but, like, as Peter suggested, maybe, like, Goblin Dark Dwellers makes sense. Like, maybe we don't need this many shocks, too, and we can play, like, better removal spells. I don't know if Cast Down's the right one, but, like, Grasp of Darkness might make sense. Bile Blight. I don't know. Grasp of Darkness sounds pretty attractive to me as it kills 4/4s, which was, like, something that we consistently had a problem with, is, like, we could answer X3s, but, like, X4s were kind of a problem. So, like, maybe some number of Grasp of Darkness. Like, these 10 cards could probably be fixed. We could probably bake in some card advantage into the, like, mana base with, like, a Castle Locked-Wing or two. I don't hate that at all. These Foreboding Ruins were really bad. I'd want to change those. There's, like, a bunch of changes I would make before I'd try this deck again. And I don't think we, like, completely wasted our time exposing those flaws. Like, these needed to be Angers. There's just, like, a lot of little things about the deck that we could change. And, like, as this is a deck of incremental advantage, like, if we change enough of those, there's a good chance, like, we eventually end up with something that's, like, a lot better and maybe at least playable. But for the time being, this is not something I think I would continue to explore. Like, I feel like you're going to struggle with all of the, like, Blue Delve spell card advantage-based decks. You're going to struggle with all the ramp spell-based decks that go into Field of the Dead. You're going to struggle with the goofy Planeswalkers decks. I feel like you're just going to struggle. Like, you have so many bad matchups, and even some of the creature decks, you just feel like an idiot. Murderous Cut? That's not unreasonable. I like Murderous Cut, but it still has tension with the Bedlam Revelers. Like, Murderous Cut, if we chose to, like, keep this card, maybe makes sense. But even still, we're already, like, trying to do so much with our graveyard. Or at least it feels like we're trying to do so much with our graveyard. So, I'm kind of off it. I think this deck needs some work, and if this is your thing, this is your cup of tea, then feel free to work on it. But it's not something that I think I have a great grasp on to really tell you exactly how you should take it and where you should take it. But it felt like Dreadhorde Arcanist was not a real Magic card a lot of the time. A lot of our 1-mana spells looked just embarrassing as the game continued, and, like, you really get to see the difference in Lightning Bolt and Shock when you're playing Dreadhorde Arcanist, I'll tell you what. But that'll do it for this league. We are going to be playing Modern Humans next. So, while I switch that over, I just want to thank everybody that has stuck through all that losing. If you're watching here on Twitch, and if you have not yet followed me, please do so. It's the easiest way to support me on Twitch, and we'll let you know when I go live. If you're watching on YouTube, then please smash that subscribe button. It's the easiest way to support me on YouTube, and we'll let you know when I post more videos. Otherwise, you can support me, Team Nova, and the stream, support my sponsors. We're a little bit in limbo with the sponsors, so I'm not going to talk about them all individually, but you can check them out on the panels below on Twitch, or if you're watching on YouTube, all the links are in the description below, as well as the discount code you can use to save a little bit of money on your purchases with them. And, of course, there's the scrolling list beneath my face of all my lovely sponsors, one of which is Mana Traders, which I'll be giving cards back to momentarily. But I appreciate your support, and I'll see you next week.